Hello, everyone. Happy Friday. Hope you guys are all doing good this afternoon. We've got severe weather again today in the same exact spot as we had the last 4 days. An upgraded enhanced risk again today for portions of western Texas back up here into the southwestern portions of Oklahoma. Same area, same thing all over again. The only thing that has been upgraded is now we do actually have a hatched tornado risk in place for a small window today here and around western Texas, where we could actually see a strong tornado be present today. So my goal, or not my goal, but my thing to you guys today is I'm going to be on here till about 6:30, 7 p.m. Central Time, depending on what's going on. If things are not chaotic and crazy, I'm going to have to get off. So you guys got me for about 3 to 4 hours to cover today. Still for that, and then we'll get back on here probably again late tonight if I'm able to. If not, it'll be tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening before I get back on. So we've got severe weather today, a little bit of a break tomorrow in terms of significant severe weather, and then we're going to be looking at our outbreak starting on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. So I'm going to break all these stuff down again for next week in a little bit here, but we're going to be in coverage mode here for the next couple of hours here for West Texas. Like I said, the threat for significantly large hail again today, up to 4+ inches in diameter. Also, a couple of tornadoes will be possible, as well as a couple strong tornadoes cannot be ruled out. And then we'll also have the threat for some damaging winds and up to 70 miles per hour. So you guys might hear Hazel in the background. Rochelle is taking care of her, so she's a little bit grumpus today. I'm only going to answer questions, guys, right now related to Texas and southwestern Oklahoma and eastern New Mexico. If you're not in those areas, we're going to talk about everywhere else later on. That is the focus for today. If you're in North Carolina, you're fine. I'm not expecting anything. Fort Worth, Texas today, you're in a marginal risk for severe weather, wind, and hail, not a tornado risk. That tornado risk is very, very consolidated over here to western Texas. So, let me make sure that I've got my graphic up here. Hold on, guys. Geez, Hazel's just not having it today. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. All right, let me get SPC switched over here so you guys have an outlook to look at. There we go. So once again, guys, very, very small risk zone today in terms of widespread activity. We're like I said, we've got the threat for a couple strong tornadoes today, some damaging winds, and some extremely large hail. I do want to go ahead and mention the Storm Prediction Center does have this tornado watch out here in this pink outlined area. You guys can see, I'll just kind of roughly go over the watch here. Let's see here. Yeah, Lubbock, Texas, guys, they added a 10% hatch tornado risk for you guys. So the threat for a strong tornado, some significant damaging winds, and extremely, extremely, extremely large hail on the table this evening here for you guys. Once again, tornado watch, this is the area that watch is currently in. Kind of outlining it here so you guys can see it just a little bit better. Pink outlined area there. That's our tornado watch you guys can't even see. Nice. Hold on a second. It would be nice if I could actually get y'all to see what I'm showing. There we go. There's the tornado watch there in the pink, and then a severe thunderstorm watch down here in the maroon. A couple strong tornadoes are going to be possible, especially in that enhanced risk area. Significant large hail and some damaging winds. And we've already got a severe thunderstorm warning, guys. We've already got destructive hail. 3-inch diameter hail here in Sudan, Texas. This is just west of Lubbock, northwest of Lubbock. So already looking at destructive hail this afternoon with this first storm that's warned. So that's great. Let's go ahead and take a look at this here and see if we've got any rotation on this storm. So once again, this is going to be for Amherst, Earth, Needmore, Bola, Muleshoe, Sudan, and Littlefield and Wildlife Refuge here in western Texas. Just some of the areas that are in that here. Once again, this is a severe thunderstorm warning that is observed in producing 3-inch diameter hail, guys. This is significant, significant hail here. Yeah, this is destructive as heck. This is going to cause a lot of problems. You guys need to make sure you have your cars covered up if you're in this warning, if you're able to. Definitely don't be outside. This can knock you out in the back of the head. So please, 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 yeah, be inside if you're in this severe thunderstorm warning here. Quentin Shelby, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I worked hard to get this new setup here. I like it a lot. There's a lot of cool things that are to come with this setup down the road as well, so super, super excited. What's up, Santi? Jade, good to see you guys over on YouTube. Guys, we are live on YouTube as well, so if you guys do want to hop over there, I do appreciate it. So once again, guys, I'm going to be on here until about 6:30, between 6:30 and 7 here, and then I'm going to get off. I just want to get on here, cover with you guys for a little bit. The tornado window is basically between now and about 7 p.m. regardless of that, so we'll have the threat for a couple of strong tornadoes for any storms that can stay semi-discrete, or not semi-discrete, but that can become surface-based. So Fort Worth, Texas, you guys are in a marginal risk for today. Low-end risk zone. Wind and hail are going to be your primary threats. Not expecting anything tornadic up there for you guys. And we're already kind of starting to see here just a little bit in progress here. A little bit of some outflow winds developing. Not anything too significant quite yet here, but just enough to start to see some outflow developing. So this is where we start to kind of watch for potential tornado genesis. Like I said, not anything here yet, but definitely could be something here pretty soon. So let's take a look at gate to gate here and see what we've got. Yeah, we've got to start to get a little bit of rotation developing with this storm. So this is going to be headed towards Interstate 27. So Littlefield, Abernathy, Floydada, Plainview here in Texas. I mean, guys, we got, the same areas. Once again, Amarillo in this, Lubbock, I mean, all the way down to Hobbs, Clovis, New Mexico, go figure. So that's where we're going to have to watch for these storms. But there is a very, very small window today for a strong tornado. A couple strong tornadoes can't be ruled out today as well. We may have to restart the TikTok stream again, guys. I got unoriginal content restriction. Again, I hate TikTok for this. It's so stupid. Like, this is literally original content. Makes no sense to me when they do that.
A new tornado watch has been issued.
Well, no joke. We've had that tornado watch out for a while now. Krista, good to see you in here for the first time. Glad to see you in here. Guys, we may have to restart the live stream here in a second.
A new severe thunderstorm watch has been issued.
Yeah, they're a little bit late to this party today with the overlay. We've had this watch out for a while now. I wouldn't say for a while, but... So we do have a couple supercells that are, just east of this main event here. So once again, this severe thunderstorm warning that's in place, guys, is for 3-inch diameter hail. We are getting significant hail out of the storm here, which is why the risk zones are out the way they are. Let me see if we get this or not. All right, guys, if you will follow real quick, I'm going to restart the TikTok stream briefly here and re-go again because we just need to restart the stream. I'll be right back here, guys, in just a second. If you guys will come right back. All right, y'all over there on YT. Appreciate y'all for hanging with us over here. TikTok likes to have some difficulties, so. There we go. Come back on in here, guys. I'm waiting for my DoorDash to get here. There we go. So once again, guys, severe thunderstorm warning here with apple-sized hail. This is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning. You can see on the left side of your screen here that destructive tag. Anytime we get hail over 3 inches in diameter, you're going to get a destructive tag on a severe thunderstorm warning. So this is one of those highest end severe thunderstorm warnings that can be issued by the National Weather Service, and that is for significant hail. I don't know if we've got a way to see. There might be an estimation tool, but this is a little bit harder to figure out. Let's go back to velocity. Now, we're currently not seeing any tornado potential quite yet with this. Not quite yet there. Sarah, good to see you in here. Guys, I'm not going to answer other states other than today right now. I'll talk briefly about the next couple of days later on, but if you're asking questions outside of Texas and Oklahoma, I will not be answering those until later. Way later on. So we're going to focus on Texas and Oklahoma right now, and then we'll answer other questions later. We do have a severe thunderstorm warning up here just north of Amarillo. Not the winter storm watch for Montana. That's actually wild. Severe thunderstorm warning here for golf ball size hail and 50-mile-per-hour winds. This is the northwest of Amarillo here, north of Interstate 40, north of Vega. This is going to be crossing into Oklahoma here just a few minutes. Channing and Dumas need to be mindful here that hail will be moving into your backyard here pretty soon. But nevertheless, this is our main storm right here. 3-inch diameter hail. So Matt, we need to talk. What's up, Austin? What's up? Yes, tornado potential is higher today. Yeah, no, for real, absolutely 100%. I don't trust marginals. I don't whatsoever. I always tell people that I've learned experience-wise over the last couple of months watching marginal risk zones. Yeah, so it's, yeah, we have to watch all risk zones. They can do anything, honestly, at this point. Yeah, the enhanced risk did come out. It did. It definitely did. I didn't expect a 10% hatch tornado risk to come out, which was a little bit surprising to me. I know the parameters were there, but I didn't think they'd actually go. But based off of what happened yesterday, definitely doesn't surprise me here. Yeah, Littlefield, Texas, you guys are just outside the severe thunderstorm warning here, and this is for, once again, 3-inch diameter hail. So we are getting destructive hail inside of this warning. So Sudan, Texas is about to take a hit out of this. Yeah, I think too, Austin, they were a little bit concerned after, like, yesterday, for instance, we had that PDS in the same area. So the parameters, the low-level jet is a little bit stronger today than what yesterday was. I was kind of looking at it this morning. I was like, you know, let's see. I think 10% hatch, it's very, very small. So it might just be for 1 or 2 storms that could become, you know, semi-discrete, not semi-discrete, but surface-based. But we'll just have to see what happens. It'll be interesting. Yeah, all the chasers are literally on the storm. It's crazy. Yeah, guys, so once again, significant, extremely dangerous hailstorm here moving into, this is just north of Littlefield, Texas. If you're out in front of this here, these storms are going to be moving very, very slow. I mean, we're talking, look at this, guys, 13 miles per hour. Like, these storms are going to basically be almost stationary again today. So, if you're out in front of this, just be mindful. It might take some time for this storm to get there. Yep, so this severe thunderstorm warning is out till 4:15. Yeah, this is significant hail. Yeah, so here's the risk zone for tonight, guys. Oklahoma, not expecting anything unless you're in Southwestern. So we do have a marginal risk that outlines Elk City down to Lawton. If you're north of this line, we're not expecting any severe weather for you guys. It's going to be marginal risk and south of it here. So this would be the area in Oklahoma that we're watching for severe weather tonight. And it's not really a tornado risk. It's wind and hail. So the main tornado risk is going to be back here in western Texas along our dry line. As these storms work their way east, they're going to basically turn into an MCS. It's a mesoscale convective scale system. And then it's going to kind of go this direction, and then it's going to fall apart. So Oklahoma City shouldn't be seeing anything severe this afternoon. You guys should be good. I can't say the same for Monday or Tuesday, but we'll have to see. Sadly, too, guys, our model runs for today are suggesting that we are going to basically see the same setup again, potentially for the first week of May here in Texas. So we may not be done with these mesoscale severe weather days either. It looks like that might trend going into May. So Oregon's fine. You guys are blocked up with a ridge. Should be very, very nice up in Oregon in terms of clear weather. So once again, guys, this is the risk zones for today. I'll just kind of briefly run over here in a nutshell what we're looking at. This is the Storm Prediction Center's outlook for today. We have a little marginal risk up here into southern Ohio and eastern Kentucky. This is just for winds up to 55 miles per hour. I really don't know why that exists, but it does. So, you know, just be mindful of that over there. This is our main risk zone for today. We have an enhanced risk for tornadoes and for hail, slight risk for tornadoes and hail, and a marginal risk for wind and hail. So basically what we're getting at is this is a very small area today, as it's been the last couple of days. The Storm Prediction Center did add a small 10% hatch tornado risk, so we could see a couple strong tornadoes in and around Lubbock this afternoon. That's EF2 plus potential. 5% tornado risk outside of that and 2% there in the green. Wind threat is at 15 and 5%, and the hail threat is going to be the bigger thing. I think we're going to see more hail today than we do see tornadoes and wind, just because these storms are discrete and semi-discrete. But basically what's going to happen in a nutshell, I'm just going to kind of walk you guys through here what we're going to see. This is kind of where we're at right now. Showers and thunderstorms ongoing this afternoon. Those supercells are going to continue to fire off through about 7 to 8 p.m. No later than about 10 to 11 o'clock tonight, we should start to see more of a line of storms develop, and we're just going to get this messy complex of rain and thunderstorms ongoing after midnight. So the window, your stronger window today is going to be between now and 10 p.m. I will be only on here, guys, covering until about 6:30 today. I've got some things that I've got to do, some things to that just... it's life. So we'll be on here until about 6:30. So you guys will have me for the next 2 hours and 45 minutes. And then I'm going to get off. I don't plan on live coverage tomorrow. We don't need live coverage tomorrow. There's only a marginal risk out for eastern New Mexico and western Texas. We're going to get rested up. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we will have full-on live coverage wall-to-wall for any severe weather that fires off, with our significant potential for a tornado outbreak on Monday up in Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Illinois, as far as Kansas and Missouri as well. So we'll talk in depth on what's going to happen over the next couple of days here in a little bit. I know you guys have questions on other risk zone area days. We'll talk about that here in a little bit. I want to focus on Texas and Oklahoma now, and then we'll kind of go from there before we end stream this afternoon. So we do got a little pesky severe thunderstorm warning down here just west of Fort Stockton for 1.25-inch hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind, so we'll keep updated on that. But this is going to be the one storm that we watch, and I'm already starting to notice the outflow boundary kick in here, so we should start to see these storms start to rotate here at some point. So... can you guys see the live stream on TikTok okay? I got people saying they can't see it for some reason. You guys can see it okay, right? I want to make sure. Okay. I think it's just people trolling me. I don't know. Okay. Yep, so we've got two little baby cells that are ongoing outside of this outflow boundary here that we're kind of watching, but this is our main event here. So we've got, once again, 3-inch diameter hail here for this severe thunderstorm warning here in Sudan, Texas. So this is just outside of Litchfield, northwest of Lubbock. Significant hail on this storm here. Let's go back and look at gate to gate here. We're not seeing a lot of spin. You know, I think yesterday's severe weather setup where we had multiple tornadoes, even a strong tornado yesterday, I think that was more of a, I think yesterday's tornado setup was a lot better than what today's is. I don't know what they're seeing today. We'll just, you know, go and respect what the Storm Prediction Center says. I don't see this ridiculously crazy tornado risk today, but I could be wrong. So I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go grab my drink and food real quick. Alright guys, I'm back. This thing looks nasty. Oh my gosh. We seriously might have our first strong tornado here soon. This thing is really developing quickly. Would not be shocked to see this thing get tornado warned soon. Yeah, so this is going to be inside the severe thunderstorm warning here that's in Litchfield and Sudan. Here in Texas. So this is where your rotation is at. We need to watch this. This looks like it's headed towards Littlefield, not Litchfield. I meant Littlefield. So Littlefield, Texas, you guys need to be heads up here. Please, 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 guys. This could be a strong tornado developing in progress here. Nasty, nasty hook echo developing on this thing. It is a beautiful, beautiful storm. It is moving southeast, east at 13 miles per hour. It is moving at snail speed. Yeah, it is moving at snail speed. Okay. Dallas, you guys are marginal risk for tonight. Very, very low in risk zone for tonight. Yeah, they need to get a tornado warning on this storm ASAP. This is starting to get really, really close to being there. Yeah, you got a 6 on your vortex signature here. We can put a Matagon on here. We can do it. I think it's needed.
A new Matagon warning has been issued.
God, I haven't got to use that button in forever. They need to get this thing. They need to get this thing warned. This is just north of Lubbock, Texas, guys. Yep, so this is just northwest of Lubbock, Texas, guys. Just north. So we're looking at Littlefield. So if you're in Littlefield, Texas, I would be getting my bags and stuff ready to go here. Because you've got a pretty decent hailstorm going east here, and you've got your actual tornado that's trying to go south. I mean, you can look at the velocity yourself and see where there's lots of rotation here on this storm. This should be tornado warned, actually, low-key. It definitely needs to be tornado warned. This is not going to Lubbock. It's north of it. This is north of Lubbock, Texas. Yeah, there's a TVS on it, yes. It's a 6 on here. Yeah, I don't know where the warning is at. Tennessee is good, guys. We're not expecting anything in Tennessee. At least not till next week. Yeah, so very, very strong. So you've got very, very strong inflow. You've got some very good outflow. Definitely a tornado trying to wrap up here. Like I said, if you're in Littlefield, Texas, Amherst, I mean, this is going right for you guys here in just north of Lubbock. You guys need to be taking these warnings, please, very, very seriously today. We have the threat for strong tornadoes today at play, at least in this West Texas area. Looks like we're getting another storm popping up just north of Lubbock, and then we've got the one here to the east of it. I mean, this is a nasty storm. This is a very, very nasty storm. We can look a little bit more in depth there. So you're starting to see, like I said, very, very strong inflow, very decent outflow here. We just got to get these a little bit tighter, and we'll have that. We'll have that potentially there. Hold on, guys. Y'all are going to probably hear Rochelle and the kids in the background. All right. Yep, Littlefield, Texas is where we're seeing that. And there it is. There's a new mezzo on that. So this should be getting tornado warned like any second. It is definitely there. This is a very, very dangerous storm, guys. Potentially significantly destructive hail and a tornado potentially in progress. Yep, they just tore past it too. I don't know why don't they just tore warn this. If you're in Littlefield, Texas, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Amherst, Texas as well. I would, like I said, you know, this is kind of just my feelings here. This is where that tornado warning would be issued at. Very, very strong rotation developing with this storm. You guys are asking me the same question. I don't know why this is not warned yet. It should be. This is why the Storm Prediction Center added a 10% hatch tornado risk. They need to warn this storm. Finally.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
Golly, it took forever to get that out there. So this is going to be south of Amherst and just west of Littlefield. So if you're in Littlefield, you still need to be watching this very closely, please. That took about 10 minutes to get issued. Yeah, this is going to be a very impressive storm if this can do what I think it's going to do. I mean, it's all by itself basically too. It's not, there's really not, other than the storm here to the east of it. I want to watch though, and this is just my concern. I want to watch the storm to the south or to the east of it here as well, because this can help feed the outflow from the tornado warning storm, can help feed the northern storm here. So we're going to have to, like I said, we're going to have to watch this very, very closely here. This is a beautiful, beautiful storm. The good news is it's west of Highway 84 here. It's west of Littlefield, so if we can keep this thing away. I will mention, though, if this does go east-southeast, we would have to watch this headed towards Lubbock, so it's not quite there yet. But this is a very, very slow-moving supercell, and we're going to have to watch the one in Plainview going east here as well. So kind of a split supercell here is basically what we're seeing happen. Wouldn't be shocked to see a correlation coefficient show up here eventually soon as well.
New information.
Oh.
This tornado warning has been upgraded.
Would you look at that? It's like they were watching the stream. Yep, so this is now confirmed on the ground. It's radar confirmed. I swear the National Weather Service watches our streams. So, guys, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground headed towards Littlefield, Texas.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
I believe that's the northern storm. Let's see. No, that's up near Amarillo. We got another one up here. So, let me check on this one up here. So, this is actually, yeah, this is just north of Amarillo, Texas. We've got Valley de Oro here in Texas on this tornado warning. Let me pull up the radar and look at this one. Yeah, this one's also looking very impressive here. So just north of Amarillo, Texas is this other tornado warning. Not significant rotation, but enough to warn it. You can see clearly where that's going to be present at. This is between Highway 385 and 87. Like I said, just north of Amarillo. Don't have a lot of population here, but there's still probably people that live here clearly. So please seek shelter if you're in this warning, guys. These storms are going to be very, very stationary today. So let me get back down here to our observed tornado. This is a significant tornado in progress, guys. Once again, an observed tornado on the ground here, just west of Littlefield, Texas, doing potentially significant damage already here this afternoon. Let me get this velocity scan pulled up. Yeah, this is a destructive tornado. Yikes. Potentially a very, very large tornado here in progress. I'm going to say that that's our correlation right there. So once again, guys, this is a large tornado here on the ground just northwest of Lubbock, Texas, west of Littlefield. Very, very strong rotation in progress with this storm. If you are west of this storm, you need to be seeking, or if you're in this tornado warning, you need to be seeking this. If you're in Littlefield, headed towards potentially Anton, Texas, I mean, you got the storm going east and the rotation going southeast here. So very, very strong shear with this here. I mean, we're looking at inflow right around 55 plus here. Let me actually go gate to gate and look at this. Yeah, this is concerning. Potentially 85 inflow. Outflow is 28. So we're looking at about maybe 110 plus mile per hour winds, just kind of roughly estimating on radar. So. No, this isn't going to be a tornado emergency, guys. You have to meet a certain criteria for that to happen. Let me see if I can find something here real quick for you guys. Bear with me here real quick. See if I can get a camera on this. That'd be great. Bear with me, guys, here for just a second. I'm going to see if we can get... These cameras aren't going to be, like, playing like motion-wise. I'm gonna see if I can get like a shot at this potentially here for you guys. Let's see here. It is a beautiful tornado. It is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It's definitely a bowl tornado. You can see the dust bowl on the bottom of it too. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get a picture on this right now. It's just not working right now. Yeah, so this is a very, very potential destructive tornado headed east here, guys, towards Littlefield and Anton, Texas. Once again, if you're out in this area here, just northwest of Lubbock, you need to be watching this very closely. We've also got a second supercell that's embedded within this. This also could produce potentially a tornado, the eastern side of this as well. And then we've also got another tornado warning up here just north of Amarillo, Texas as well. Kind of just sitting stationary. And that's going to be the biggest thing, guys, with these storms today is they're not going to move. They're going to be stationary. Which I know that's crazy that we just sit here and we watch a tornado just kind of spin and not move anywhere. That's part of that. When you don't have a lot of wind shear aloft to help move storms, these storms are going to stay stationary today. Very much normal. Yeah, this thing is still kicking in a high gear here.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Oh, well then there's that. Which one is that for? I guess that's the same storm. We have 3-inch hail somewhere. Oh, that's the northern one. Okay, so that's baseball-size hail up here in just north of Amarillo. This is just riding the Texas-Oklahoma line. So, yeah, this is really a rural area up here, too. Yeah, I want to say this is just north of Amarillo. So this is south of Channing, Oklahoma, and south of Fritch, Oklahoma. North of Amarillo is where this tornado warning / severe thunderstorm warning is at. Yeah, baseball-size hail. This is up to 2.7 inches. Okay, sorry. Apple-size hail. Apple-size hail, guys. 3 inches in diameter on this severe thunderstorm warning, and it's producing potentially a tornado, but at least trying to produce a tornado here. I don't want to say it is yet because it's not. Yeah, 70-mile-per-hour winds here, potentially with this, as well as, not sorry, 70. That was the watch I was reading. 50-mile-per-hour winds, 2.75-inch hail. That's a destructive severe thunderstorm warning, and then possibly a tornado in progress with that. So we're going to keep you guys updated on that. I can't say if Amarillo is going to be fine or not. You guys are in a tornado watch, so it's very hard to kind of get there. Then we've still got this observed tornado, guys. It's, like I said, it's not moving. It's very stationary. This is exactly what we saw yesterday. These storms just do not move. They are not moving at all. They are stalled out. I don't know what the radar is doing. That's wild. We'll go back to reflectivity here. So once again, guys, if you're west of Littlefield, Texas here, northwest of Lubbock, please be seeking shelter immediately, guys. This is a observed tornado on the ground doing physical damage, as well as almost 3-inch diameter hail with it. For my weather team in here, I appreciate you guys. Y'all are crushing it there in the chat. I appreciate y'all very, very much. So for you guys joining in here, I'm not going to be on all evening. I'm going to be on here for about 2.5 hours. I've got some things to get done this afternoon. Also, I have to go to bed early because I have a race to run tomorrow morning. For any of y'all that don't know, I run 5Ks all the way up to marathon. So I have a super early race tomorrow morning. Funny story. I was in the kitchen before I got on stream trying to get something for Rochelle. And I busted my foot open on the cabinet. And now I have this big old swollen bruise on my foot. So I get to run a 5K tomorrow with a swollen foot. I'm super excited about that. Gonna be a wild morning tomorrow at that. No, like it is purple. My foot is purple and it hurts extremely bad, but it's fine. It'll be fine. We'll get through it. It's good. No worries. I busted it. It's bad. The second it happened, I said, oh shit, and then I fell on the floor and I started almost crying because it hurt. So, should I be running? I've done way worse to my foot and run. Guys, there was a situation a couple years ago. My first ever car that I had, I was going on my break from work that day to go to Dunkin' Donuts, go figure, as I'm eating right now, to get a coffee from work. And I got hit by somebody on the passenger side, or on the, hit me on the driver's side that I was driving on, from a red light. They ran a red light and hit me. And my car ended up flipping over, and I was fine. Like, I didn't actually, like, believe it or not, out of the miracle, I did not get hurt, but I ended up running a marathon the next morning. My mom tried to convince me not to, but I did it anyways. So, that's how I am. I don't really care. Funny story, though. Kentucky's fine. Kentucky's fine. You guys might have occasional thunderstorms this evening. We've got thunderstorms here this afternoon in Kentucky, but Madison, Kentucky, just general thunderstorms. We'll see severe weather potentially next Tuesday. Yep, guys, this is a rain-wrapped tornado. This is a rain-wrapped tornado. So, very, very strong winds. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this right here. For any of the chasers that are out chasing this today, they are definitely getting some photogenic tornadoes for sure on that. The problem is going to be as this gets closer to Littlefield, as it slowly moves to Littlefield at about 10 miles per hour. Like I said, guys, typically we watch, typically we see storms move at about 40 to 60 miles per hour. Look at the storm motion today. It's the same as it's been the last 3 days. 10 miles per hour. Like, it's going to take this storm at least 3 hours to get to Littlefield. That's what I'm getting at. So, these warnings that are coming out today, it's actually kind of a beneficial thing that these storms are moving so slow, because basically, in a nutshell, if you get put in a tornado warning and you're on the east side of the box, you've probably got about really an hour to get to your safe place compared to about 3 to 5 minutes because of the storm motion of these storms. So, it's quite interesting. Hannah, good to see you in here. Oh, Diane, I see you in here. Did you get your package? I meant to ask you the other day. Did you end up getting it? I want to make sure. I think you got it. I'm assuming you did because I didn't hear anything. All right, 2-inch hail on that storm. I want to assume that she got it because I didn't hear anything, so. All right, y'all. So once again, tornado warning in progress. Tornado observed on the ground still, so. We're also watching for the northern one here, too. Gross. I thought I muted. I didn't mute. Gross. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I was trying to mute and I couldn't hit it in time. It came out of nowhere. Hold on, y'all. I'm pretty sure y'all don't want to hear an elephant on stream. What is up, guys? Tattoo Queen. Yes. What is up, y'all? What is up, y'all coming in? I appreciate y'all for hopping in. Yeah, guys, this tornado's on the ground just west of Littlefield, Texas. So these storms are moving at about 10 miles per hour. It's going to take a long time for these storms to move. We have all of the time in the world today to watch these storms. I mean, they're not going to move. They're not going to move. Very, very slow speed. That's probably a good thing. It's a beneficial thing, but it's not at the same time. No, so this is where that rotation is at. I will mention we still have 3-inch diameter hail up here in north of Amarillo. There's also still a tornado warning up here just northwest of Amarillo. That storm is still staying stationary up to the north. So, like I said, if you see a storm today, guys, the odds of it sitting over your house for a good couple of hours, pretty high. Just because there's not a lot of wind shear to move these storms. Yeah, if there is a tornado moving over somebody's house, that is very true. It's not gonna like sit over your house and like spin. It's just the movement speed. It's very, very slow. We're still looking at some very, very strong wind shear with this aloft and at the surface. Got another storm down here near north of Muleshoe that's trying to develop as well, so we'll keep an eye on that. So, yeah, most of these storms are over rural areas, which is a good thing. There, you'll have hopefully an area that misses these cities will miss them today. Which is the good thing about West Texas. This is why a lot of chasers chase in Texas, just because it's mostly rural areas and you can get, pictures and all of that stuff. But there are people that do live in these areas, so that's the biggest thing as well, is for people that are in these areas. That's why I always tell people, like, I try to get on here and cover every single severe weather event. Sometimes I miss some. Clearly yesterday was one of those. But, there are people live in rural areas. Like, I don't think that's something that should be overthought. There are people that live in rural areas, and sometimes people do that just so they can get away from cities to enjoy being away from a lot of population areas. So I get it 100%. I do. So guys, here in about an hour or so, we're going to kind of walk through, because I'm only going to be on here until about 6:30 Central Time. So we're going to we've got about 2 hours here on stream tonight, guys. I've just got a lot I've got to do this afternoon. I've also have to be asleep early because I have a race tomorrow morning. I have to be up at like 5 a.m. to be there. So tomorrow's forecast, we're not really looking at anything too crazy. Very low end risk, level 1 risk tomorrow for the same areas again. Today should be our last big day in Texas for at least a couple of days before, things might change again next week. We're going to be changing, we're going to have a big pattern change. We're going to be looking at, the potential for a significant tornado outbreak. For portions of the Midwest and the Northern Plains on Monday, and then the Ohio Valley in the Northeast on Tuesday. So we'll be talking about completely different areas starting tomorrow, going into Sunday, going into Monday, and going into Tuesday. So, and I'm going to talk about that. I'll answer everybody's questions here in just a little bit because I know y'all have questions. I've seen y'all have questions in my video today. Sometimes Mesomat is not just the best at commenting. I'm not great at answering comments on videos. That's just because me. That's just how I've always been. I probably should get better at that, but yeah. So, also guys, if you have not subscribed to me over on YouTube, we are live on YouTube as well. We are doing dual streaming simultaneously on YouTube and on TikTok. So if you hop over to YouTube and subscribe, you got to have a better chance of getting your question answered by me because I can see it more visibly. There's not a lot of people over on there, so I always like to have that up in case people want to hop over there. I'm putting a lot more effort over there into the old Tube channel, just because we're very close to being monetized over there, and once we get monetized over there with enough watch hours, we'll be able to do a lot more things with the stream, guys. It does cost money to make these upgrades to the stream, and we are in very, very close range to having hired storm chasers here very, very soon. I'm just kind of waiting on that extra push of monetization to come in, and we'll have storm chasers on the ground chasing for us, which I'll be super, super excited for. It's not free, guys, to hire a storm chaser. I hope y'all know that. Not free at all. So whenever you guys gift and whenever y'all gift on stream and whenever y'all do donations, it's not required. I never want to ever make it that way. Please, for the love of all that's holy, you guys, your generosity is enough beyond words, and I appreciate it. But that has to go somewhere, and that does go towards stream upgrades and all that stuff, etc. That way you guys are able to get top-notch weather criteria and weather coverage. That's what I've always been, that's what I've always liked to do, so. Basically makes the streams more bougier. I remember doing these streams last year, and we just had one screen just showing myself and Radar Omega, and that was it. I'm not a very tech-savvy person either, so when it comes to learning technology, I'm not the best with it either, so. Getting there slowly, though. We're getting there slowly. Yeah, a lot of y'all remembered. Y'all remember back in the day, really more back in the day, last year, when it was just a camera up here on the top, and then we had Radar Omega running, and then there was nothing else on the screen? Those days are over with. They gone. Those are the old days. I told y'all there were going to be upgrades. It just takes time. It does. It does take money. It takes time. But I want you guys to know, every single gift, every single subscription, every time you guys watch a video, whether it's on TikTok or on YouTube, you guys, I hope y'all know, that goes towards monetization. That allows me to be able to do the upgrades for streams. That allows me to be able to eventually hire storm chasers. That is the stuff that, you know, like I said, we're not up there with like Ryan Hall and Reed Timmer and all of them. We're not way up there. Maybe one day we will be. That's definitely a goal. But I don't make billions of dollars off of streams. I might get lucky in a given month and make, you know, 3 figures and that's it. But like I said, it's not about the money. It's about giving y'all life-saving information. And in order to do that, we have to have the things that we have to make that happen. So it's very much appreciated when you guys do gift and when you guys do show the love and the support. It's very much appreciated. Very, very much. I like I told you guys this, I tell you guys this all the time. I remember 3 years ago, starting out here on TikTok with 0 followers. We jumped up to 10K pretty quickly within a matter of a year to year and a half. We were able to get locked in here on the what's called the Creator Fund here on TikTok. That basically allows for y'all that when y'all watch my videos, it allows me to get monetized. It allows me to, you know, do the things that we do here. So you guys are the ones that have been here, you know, and started all this to get to where we're at. So it's not me that's done it. It's you guys that's done it. You guys as viewers and you guys as supporters are the ones that have got us to where we're at now. So that's why. Just very, very much appreciated. Amarillo, you guys are good right now. You have a tornado warning and a severe thunderstorm warning to the north of you. That storm is stationary. It's moving a little bit slow to the east there, but as of right now, not headed towards Amarillo. We are watching this tornado observed storm here. It looks to be the storm that is kind of intertwined with this is also trying to develop a tornado here. So we might get a second tornado warning out of this. It looks like we've got 2 supercells, and they're embedded. I mean, there are 2 discrete areas of rotation inside of this cluster of storms. So I wonder if we're going to get this to merge completely or if we're going to get one splitting supercell. If you get a splitting supercell, that's a problem. It's not a good thing if they split. Not a good thing. It causes more updraft potential, and then you can get a strong tornado briefly. So we don't want to see that happen. I'd rather see these storms merge than split. That's never something you want to see in the weather world. It is absolutely pouring the rain outside. Guys, we had a downburst outside. I'm going to show y'all this video. Hold on a second. I'm going to pull my camera up so y'all can see real quick. Hold on a minute. We just had a downburst outside. We're just confirmed the tornado's back on the ground. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. This is going to continue to recycle. This tornado is going to be probably producing a couple times. I heard this loud noise outside. I was like, we just got a downburst outside. Hannah, I think it was. It's flash flooding. Look at this. It's just doing the thing outside. This is some good ASMR right here. Not the special weather statement that just got issued. I love that. That's some great ASMR. I love it. We just got a special weather statement. Hold on a second. 40-mile-per-hour winds and half-inch hail. Crazy. We got 40-mile-per-hour winds. Did you get a special weather statement yesterday, Hannah, on your storm or no? Anyways, love that for us. Love that for us. All right. 605 Chaser, good to see you. I appreciate you for hopping in, as always. I saw you were live a little bit. I appreciate what you're doing, bud. Seriously, I love and appreciate all of my other weather people out there. You guys crush it, and you're amazing, and I love you guys, and you're freaking awesome. So keep up the good work over there, bud. All right. Yep. Tornado is now. So they've got this back to radar indicated here. We're going to watch. Here's what's happening. Here's what's happening, at least from what I'm seeing now. It looks to be that our northern storm is starting to take over. You're starting to kind of see that stronger.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
As I'm mentioning here, you're starting to see that stronger rotation take over. And now we've got a new tornado warning up here in Amherst, I believe, is where this is at. Yep, so southern storm always loses the battle. When you've got two supercell thunderstorms that are merging, the southern one always loses, the northern one always wins, and that's due to outflow boundary dominance. When I'm kind of teaching here to you guys, this is going to be where that rotation is at, and I believe actually that tornado warning was to the north, not this storm specifically. Yep, that's a new tornado warning up here, so. Yes, Potter County, Texas, please seek shelter immediately, guys. Please, please, please. Yep, so not really anything crazy. This is actually some very weak rotation on the storm. The hook echo itself looks very impressive, but you can kind of see your storms cut off a little bit. Once again, northern storm merging with the southern storm here can kind of help outflow dominance, so we'll have to see.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
And then I believe that is our other storm. Yep, there it is. So there's the new warning. It's not moving. It's sitting there. It's not moving. And then, like I said, that's going to be the theme for today. These storms are not going to move. And, you know, from what I'm seeing right now, like I said, we're watching two supercell thunderstorms merge. This is not something you guys see every day. So, you know, yes, we've got severe weather ongoing. Yes, this is, you know, not a good thing. Please, if you guys are like interested in the weather, if you just want to learn, this is something that I can't show you guys unless it's happening in real time. These are certain situations in the meteorology world that are just impossible to find unless I just throw a picture up, but I'd rather y'all learn it in real time. So you're watching a very interesting, this is technically called the nudging theory, when you've got two cells that are, you know, kind of moving with each other, allowing for a tornado to develop here. And they tornado warned the southern storm again. The northern storm is becoming more dominant. So this should take over compared to the southern one. Sort of, kind of, Hannah. This is a little bit of a different process. So the nudge theory is a little bit different than the Fujiwara effect. That's when you have actual two rotating supercells that are actually, you know, rotating around each other. These are merging. So the nudge theory is a merging theory, technically. A little bit different. It's complex. It's complex from a meteorological standpoint. But yes. Yeah, like I tell you guys, there's just things that I can't explain unless they're physically happening in real time. Like it is almost impossible to explain unless it's happening in real time. And that's the thing that sucks about it. So they're going to have to issue a new tornado warning. If you are in Amherst or Littlefield, I would be seeking shelter immediately now. And the reason why I say that is there's going to be a new tornado warning that comes out of this. There has to be. You are watching the northern storm take over this whole entire merging process. So this is going to be where your actual, yes, the tornado warning is down here. There's a little bit of rotation down here, but this is going to be where we have to watch right here. This is the storm that we have to watch. It is embedded in this. So this is a embedded supercell. Very, very strong inflow winds wrapping in here, and then you have your outflow winds. So this is where your tornado would be in progress at. Hannah or somebody on my weather team, can one of y'all hop over to YouTube and make sure that the live stream still looks okay over there for me? If you're able to. Yeah, and you guys are starting to see this process happen right here. So this is what I was getting at, is there is going to be potentially a strong tornado that develops out of this storm. We're just kind of watching two storms, you know, merge with each other. Okay, Bill, I appreciate you. You're good, Hannah. You're good if you're still on here. I appreciate you guys over on YouTube for watching. Yep, so this is concerning. This is definitely concerning. Not a good thing. I'm really shocked that there's not technically a tornado warning on the northern side of this. There should be. Let's go back and look at this reflectivity. So I'll kind of walk you guys through here, kind of what's happened. So let me see if this will let me play it back 3. Well, let me go 4 hours back. Let me reset this up here. Bear with me real quick, guys. Bear with me here. Corey Garkin is sitting. Yeah, Corey, I was gonna say Corey is in Littlefield. I saw, or just outside of that area. Let me see if it'll let me do a radar loop here, and I can kind of show you guys a timeline. Oh, it's not gonna let me do it. You guys can see what's happening. You guys can see what's happening. It's very, very much, this is going to be a problem. This is going to be a big problem. Yeah, we are about to have a violent tornado potentially in progress here if this continues to go the way it's going. Like I said, there was very, very strong circulation down here on the southern one. There we go. So the second that northern
New information. This tornado warning has been upgraded.
The second that tornado fell apart and the northern storm took over, this is exactly what happens. I believe this is our storm here that just got updated. Yep. So this tornado is now on the ground, as expected, as I was just mentioning to you guys. Mama, we have significant severe weather on Tuesday. Monday night into Tuesday, Tuesday into Wednesday, Wednesday into Thursday, potentially here. A big day a bunch of days next week. So once again, guys, this is a confirmed tornado on the ground doing damage. I believe this is the right one, unless this is a different one. Maybe is that the northern one that's on the ground? Hold on a minute. No, this is the southern one. It just took some time to get this warning updated. Yeah, just general thunderstorms tonight here. No worries. This is not good. I do not like this. Southern is, yeah, I was going to say this one's observed. Yeah. There it is. It just took some time to update it. Yeah, this is a nasty, nasty, nasty storm. And like I said, guys, this is why I tell you guys, as I'm explaining how this stuff is happening and I'm saying, hey, like, get to your safe place, I'm not going to throw you guys in the wrong way. So if you're in doubt when I tell you to listen, please listen, because this is exactly what's happening. We're watching our northern supercell become dominant, and eventually at some point, we're going to have this disgustingly massive hook echo that's going to develop on this storm, and we're basically going to have two storms merged into one, and we're going to have one base big supercell, and I think eventually at some point, prohibiting if this southern storm here doesn't interact with it, we're going to get 4 to 5 inch diameter hail out of this storm eventually at some point here soon, and on top of that, potentially a tornado. These nudging storms are known for producing just significant things. So yeah, it's definitely there. It's definitely there, Hannah. The hail is definitely there. I expect that to expand in size over the next little bit as this storm goes east. What are echo tops at with this? Yeah. We are blowing the roof through these echo tops. 61,000 feet, 62, 63,000 feet. This thing is huge. Huge towering cumulonimbus cloud. I couldn't imagine looking at this thing from a distance. I would be scared for my life, probably. So once again, this is where that hook echo is developing at here. This is where that tornado is in progress at. It's going to be just north of the warning box. So this is just outside of Amherst and just outside of Littlefield. So if you're in Amherst or Littlefield, I would be seeking shelter if I were you. Play it safe. Don't gamble. Just be very, very mindful. Robin, just a general thunderstorm. Just a general thunderstorm. I promise. That's all it was. We're gonna start to see that a lot in Kentucky and in general in the Ohio Valley over the next couple of weeks. Amarillo sirens going off. Yeah, you guys had that tornado warning outside of Amarillo. So the county that is, I don't know the county, I think it's Potter County that's in this up here. You guys are in that tornado warning. It's radar indicated, but that storm is staying east of you guys, northeast of you guys. This is disgusting to watch on radar right now. Look at that hook echo developing. Disgusting, disgusting to watch happen here. Golly. Hold on, y'all. Alright, guys, that's Jenny Purr. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. Yep, so still got a tornado potentially in progress here. This is still observed. Am I seeing 4-inch hail up here in this northern warning? Or no? Okay, no. As of right now, no. The southern one is 2-inch hail. Oh, no, it is 4-inch hail. Wow. The tornado warning is for 4-inch diameter hail. They need to get a severe thunderstorm warning on this. I don't understand that. Yeah, this is a significant hailstorm down here, as well as the potential for a tornado. We got 72 dBz showing up on radar. That's decibels per second. That's basically like sound measurement. So this is significant. And we're still seeing very, very strong outflow boundary here with this storm, allowing for tornado genesis to be a thing. Wind shear is a little bit all over the place. So we may have lost this tornado, at least for right now. I'm not seeing much in terms of rotation with this in general right now. Let me go back and look at velocity on this. This might be recycling. Should be recycling. Jenny Purr. Yep, so once again here, looking at Amherst and Littlefield. This is headed right into Littlefield, so we should get a warning on you guys here soon. Should get a severe thunderstorm warning, I would expect, out of this. Row. Let me check here and see if we have any updates on our watches and warnings real quick. See if we've got an update on our model run. Yep, so we're going to continue to see supercells for the next couple of hours. So, we've got about an hour and a half left on stream, guys. So, we'll be on here for a little bit longer. Not able to cover all day today, but I'm here to cover for a little bit. So, we'll be on here to cover all day on Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, though. Yeah, Littlefield, your county is in that. So, I believe it is Bailey County, if I'm correct on that. But we've got 4-inch diameter hail, and the tornado potential on this is a little bit weaker now. I'm not seeing really a broad area of rotation, so this should be rotating out, at least roping out. But this can re-intensify. It is by itself. I would expect this to re-intensify at some point. Am I concerned about southwestern Oklahoma? Not really. Be mindful. A conditional tornado risk is at play. Lower end tornado risk than what we're seeing over here in West Texas today, but the wind and hail threat will be there for you guys. Oh, I bet insurance companies are upset as heck. I bet they're mad. I bet they're really, really mad, honestly. Yeah, so once again here, we've got significant hail with this. Go back and look at gate to gate shear and see what we're looking at. I'm not seeing anything that's got my attention. It's so weird because the storm, like, look at this. The storm is moving east, but the winds are moving south. It's really unique that we see this type of setup happen. Jenny Purr is licking my left shoulder. You guys can see the two merging too. Look at that. Look at that. So you can see where the northern rotation merged with the southern rotation right there. Right in there. Look at that. That is what we call a merging effect. Yeah, the northern one, every time, guys, anytime you have two cells that merge, the northern one is going to win every single time. Every time. I actually want to get a video of that because this is something we don't see too often. Hold on. Okay. So that's our radar loop there. Pretty cool stuff happening inside our storm there. Let's go back and look at this here. We got 4-inch diameter hail still on this warning. So I wonder how this is going to restructure itself. Let's go back up here to Amarillo really quickly, north of Amarillo here, and look at this tornado warning that we've got. Steph, I'm going to fight you, by the way. I know you're in chat. I'm going to fight you. All right, guys. We got 3-inch diameter hail potentially on this severe thunderstorm warning up here. Now it looks like we're getting golf ball size hail. So this storm up here, where there's a little bit less forcing, should start to kind of ease its way out there into that marginal risk there. We'll be watching this storm up here that's west of Hartford as well. But this is our main event here. The one that's in western Texas here, just northwest of Lubbock, is the only storm that we've got that's really doing like damage in terms of significant tornado potential and hail potential as of right now. So we're just going to watch this and see what this does. So, like I said, guys, we'll be on here until 6:30 Central Time. We'll run over the forecast for the next couple of days here in about, we'll start talking about things here in about 15-20 minutes, as long as we don't have any crazy tornado warnings. Texas is just one of those unique places where everything's bigger in Texas. Tornadoes, wind, hail, all that stuff, etc. Weather, mosquitoes, honestly, probably so. I bet the mosquitoes are bigger in Texas. Let's go back here to reflectivity and see if this is doing anything interesting. Jennifer, Ina, what are you doing? Yeah, you know what you're doing, and then you go run and you hide and you try to get some lovin's. Not happening.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Well, there's that. We got 3-inch hail now somewhere. I bet it's this storm. Might be the northern one. Hold on. Nope, it's the northern one. So there's that. Now we've got 3-inch hail. This is apple size hail. This is a destructive severe thunderstorm warning here. We have got north of Amarillo once again here. So this is once again, I believe, Potter County, I believe. Let me double check on my phone here. Hold on. I want to make sure I get the county right. Yeah, Potter County, Texas. I had to check that for 2 seconds. So, guys, this is a destructive, severe thunderstorm warning. Please be inside. Apple size hail, large apple sizes, falling from the sky at about 100 plus miles per hour. Come back down here to this tornado warning outside of Littlefield. Both of these cells are just merging. So I wonder if we're going to get just one gigantic supercell once this merges in the next hour or so. Starting to see some rotation redeveloping here near Littlefield. If you're in Littlefield, I would be getting ready to seek a shelter, please, immediately. So, once again here, this tornado warning and severe thunderstorm warning are going to expire in about 4 minutes, so we should get some new warnings here. See if they rewarn this here in a second. No, Tulsa, you guys are not expecting severe weather today. You guys are good. So this still does have some pretty significant hail on it here. Like I said, we're watching to see if this rotation is going to redevelop. This is where we're seeing that potential rotation at. So I would expect an official tornado warning to be issued for Littlefield, maybe going towards Anton here. We'll see what they do with this, because this is going to expire in about 2 minutes. There it is.
A new PDS severe thunderstorm warning has been issued.
Golly, 4-inch hail again. I feel bad for these people's cars. This is disgusting. 4-inch diameter hail on the severe thunderstorm warning, guys. That is grapefruits. It is raining grapefruits in Littlefield, Texas. That is insane. 4-inch diameter hail. Grapefruit size hail, guys. Fieldton, Amherst, Littlefield, and Spade. Oh, I bet these insurance companies are going to be pissed. 100%. It is significant hail. They got 75 DBZ showing up on this, and there's still tornado potential with this as well. Very, very destructive hail. I mean, this is not something you see every single day. 73, 74, 75 DBZ, that's impressive. That is really, really impressive in terms of hail potential here. Yeah, 4 inches in diameter is wild. This is normal for Texas. It's normal. You get these mesoscale feature days where this happens. Oh my god. I bet this is going to be close pushing 5 inches. This is going to have to be. Almost 80 dBz here. This is decibels per second. This is really, really impressive hail core here. Yeah, this is not something you guys see every day, even in Texas. I mean, this is wow. I am blown away right now at this. Let me see if hold on a minute. Let me see if Radar Omega has the MRMS up with this here. Hold on just a second. I want to see this. I really want to see this. Let's go hail with this. Oh my god. Look at that. That's what radar estimations are. So they've got this at 3.3 inches. So the warning's out for 4 inches. That is some destructive hail. That is insanely destructive hail, guys. That is almost grapefruit size hail coming out of the updraft of a thunderstorm at about 120 plus miles per hour. That's like basically throwing grapefruits at your car at 120 miles per hour. Like I said, everything's bigger in Texas, but this is not something that Texas sees every single day. You have to have the right scale. You have to have the right skill set for hail to form like this. Very, very strong updraft potential with this. This is doing just horrific damage. Littlefield is about to get... This little town here in Texas is about to be destroyed with this hailstorm. Yeah, no, this is very, very impressive. Out of all the storms that are ongoing, this is very, very impressive here. We're going to keep an eye on that. I'll go back to that here in just a second. I mean, this thing is just crank. Look at the towering cumulonimbus cloud with this. I mean, this thing is just beautifully structured. If I was chasing, every single chaser that is in this area is going to probably have busted windshields. Yeah, this is very, very, very impressive. And it looks like we're trying to get a tornado out of this again. Yep, we are about to get a new tornado warning here. If you are in Littlefield, you need to be seeking shelter immediately. Please, 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 please. There might already be a correlation coefficient on this. We might already have a tornado in progress with this, potentially here in the middle. This is what I call gargantuan hail. I mean, this is a beautiful supercell. It looks like we are getting winds gate to gate. We have 80 inflow and 50 outflow. So potentially up to 130 mile per hour winds developing inside this supercell. There we go. There it is.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That's what I was waiting to see happen. So yeah, this is insanely dangerous. This is a significant storm developing right now. Yeah, and there it is right there. Wow. 41. Hold on. I want to go back to that last frame because that was the newest update a second ago. Oh, where'd it go? Oh, that's going to irritate me. I thought I had it there for a second. Yeah, this is ridiculous. Littlefield is about to get absolutely obliterated by this storm. We've got to watch this too because this is trying to slide towards Lubbock as well. I'm not a fan of that. So on top of this, like I said, guys, 4-inch diameter hail with a potential large tornado that's about to be on the ground here with this storm. This is a significant storm. Wow. This is really impressive. We've got a 10 showing up here on the tornado vortex. This is gonna do horrific damage if this goes into Littlefield or even closer to Anton. This is gonna be crossing like the one highway that goes into Lubbock. Yeah, this tornado's on track to head towards Lubbock if it continues the way it's going. I do not like this at all. Yeah, I see it. I'm watching it on my phone. I can't show the Storm Chasers because it's copyright. I can't do that. I have to have their permission to do that. We're working on something like that eventually down the road. But yeah. So this is where that's going to be at. Oh, we have the puzzle piece. Hold on. Yeah, so this is where you're, this is just insane. 75 to 80 knots, 86 knots gate to gate here. I mean, this thing is all over the place. Let me see if I can find this. Wow. Yeah, this thing is massive. So once again, guys, a tornado warning here with very, very strong rotation on it. This is doing just, this is impressive. I don't really have words for this storm. This is a very impressive storm. 4-inch diameter hail, as well as the potential for a strong tornado embedded in this. If you are in Lubbock, shallow water, Abernathy, you guys have got to be watching this storm. I cannot stress that enough. This is on its way to the Lubbock area here in the next 2 hours. This is a very impressive storm. What's up, Peyton? Good to see you in here. I told you guys this was going to become a nasty storm once those two cells merged with this. And that's exactly what we're seeing happen. Ah, shit. Hold on, y'all. All right, guys, I'm mezzo back. I'm mezzo back. Yeah, so this is a confirmed tornado, guys, for anybody that does not know. This is a confirmed tornado on the ground here, also with 2.75-inch hail, potentially still up to 4-inch diameter hail with this. Let's take a look at this again. Yeah, so a little bit lower hail, not 4 inches anymore from what I'm seeing on this as of now. But still, regardless of this, if you're in this tornado warning, please be seeking shelter immediately. Please, please, please. This is a very impressive storm. Looks like this is the one storm out of all these today that are dominating. So let me check and see if we've got any updates on our mesoscale. All right. See if we got any new runs in. Yeah, we're going to continue to see supercells fire off this evening. I will mention to you guys, I've only got about an hour left on stream before I'm going to get off. I've got some things to get done this afternoon, so you guys will have a live stream for me again at some point later tomorrow evening. I've got to be up in the morning. I've got some things to get done, so. Oh, I appreciate you, Peyton. I appreciate you. So yeah, we're gonna run over the next couple of days here in just a little bit. I'll probably do that here in about 14 minutes. We've still got a pretty strong meso indicator with this storm here, so this is still producing potentially a significant tornado, or at least trying to produce a significant tornado here. This is going to be headed towards Anton, shallow water, and then eventually Lubbock. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Nah, you're good, Peyton. So we love these mesoscale tornado days. They're quite interesting when they happen. Let me actually come back to this really quickly here. I gotta check a couple things. Look at that thing just cranking. I'm not liking this trough that's setting up late next week, too. It's really weird. We're going to have such a unique pattern next week. It's going to go from very active to, like, no active by the end of the week. It's just very unique. The NAM is very brutal for Sunday and Monday. Oh my gosh. Holy crud. The NAM is brutal, guys, for next week. I hate saying that. It's brutal. All right, so we've got about 10 minutes left on this tornado warning here before this one expires. Continuing to head east here towards Anton, Texas, eventually towards shallow water, potentially. Other than that, guys, we got a couple supercells firing off here near Clovis, Weston around Clovis here. Not anything quite yet. We've got a supercell up here with 1.5-inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour winds west of Hereford, Texas, and then a couple up here. But this is the only storm that's producing significant potential. And what I'm already noticing up here is potential MCS developing, maybe. Hopefully, this is the only significant storm we get out of this today. That would be decent. That'd be great, honestly. I'd be okay with that. So once again, guys, if you're in here, hit that follow button if you guys haven't. I do appreciate y'all for watching. Y'all are going to see a lot of me, especially going into Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We're going to be on here talking a lot starting tomorrow night about what's getting ready to happen next week. That's going to be my main focus is next week. So whatever happens tonight, like I said, I'm going to have to get off here, guys, in just a little bit. So whatever happens for the rest of tonight, just be weather aware, be safe. There probably will be a couple tornadoes still out there tonight, as yesterday happened. But at least I can say I got on here and gave you guys some coverage today for a little bit. We covered some wild things today just within the first 2 hours of the stream. Large, significant hail, a couple of strong tornadoes. It's been a day and we've only been on here for 2 hours. So, continuing to watch this here. We'll probably get a new tornado warning on this here in just a few minutes. It's kind of what I'm waiting to see happen. Yeah, I appreciate you guys for being here. I appreciate the support. I do. Yeah, definitely some very, very strong mezzo there. I never actually got to look at the SPC. Where is the 10% hatched at on here? Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, so we still got a pretty decent area here where there could be some potential significant hatch tornado potential. Jenny Purr. Yeah, like I said, guys, I try to cover as many of these events as we can. Sometimes life happens, so can't be here for them all, but when I can get on here and cover for you guys, that's my goal. This tornado is definitely recycling, either recycling or falling apart. We'll see. They've now dropped the warning hail sizes down to baseball and softball size, so. Jennifer, enough. So we've got another storm that's forming with us down here into Anton. Jenny Purr, what are you doing, buns? What you doing, Jens? Y'all say hi to Jenny Purr. She's so stinking cute. I love this cat. Like, she's just purring away. It's the purrs. All right, guys, we're going to get a new tornado warning on this here in a second. Once that warning gets issued, I'll start to run down through tomorrow. Being as though this is the only supercell we got that's producing tornado potential, I've got some time on this. Littlefield, Texas, you're now out of the tornado warning. Just getting some hail. They've downgraded this severe thunderstorm warning to 2-inch hail, so this storm looks to be weakening slightly. We'll see what happens. We'll probably get off here before 6:30, guys. I'm going to have to order some food for dinner tonight, too. So, and get things set up for tonight. So, what we'll do is we'll get this next tornado warning issued. We'll kind of break down the forecast for the next couple of days, and then we'll probably call stream a little bit early. That way I can get some food ordered, because I am hungry. What I had from Dunkin' Donuts is not enough to suffice me. So, I'll get on here, guys. We're going to do a pretty lengthy stream tomorrow night. I don't have any plans for tomorrow night. I want to get on here and just kind of talk to you guys and deep dive into what's happening Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, because they're significant days. We've got really a really good shot at seeing the threat for significant severe weather on Monday and on Tuesday. Still waiting for small mesoscale features to be determined on what's going to happen at that point, but we should start to know that answer really, really soon. So, got about a few minutes left on this warning here. They're gonna issue a new tornado warning. I know they will. Yeah, this thing is still here. So Anton and Shallow Water will probably get it on this here soon. Should be getting this warning any second. Should be an extension. So this is kind of my thoughts. We'll get a new tornado warning for Anton, Texas. So if you're in Anton, Texas, please be seeking shelter, guys. This will be headed next for you, y'all. Oh, maybe they won't issue it. We'll see. So I will say, guys, if you're out in the rest of these risk zones tonight, there is still a threat for a couple tornadoes, maybe even a brief strong tornado outside of this. That tornado window is going to start to close as the sun does set. Low level advocation and moisture will start to return, allowing for just overmixing and stuff like that. So we should start to see the tornado threat minimize after sunset, which is probably going to be around 8 to 9, maybe 10 p.m. This tornado watch does expire at 10 p.m., so we're really not looking at but another 4 hours of this. If you're up in Texas, Western Texas, just be mindful that that'll be possibly on the table here, as I mentioned as well. We'll just be watching out for that. I'm going to run over the forecast here briefly in a nutshell for what's going to happen over the next couple of days. If I have time tonight, I might get back on here and do this with you guys again. Let me check on something here. Hold on. Oh, we got another little storm that just popped up. So I might get back on here again with you guys tonight if I have time. If not, it'll be tomorrow evening before I get back on here. And we're going to do a big deep dive tomorrow. We won't have a lot of severe weather ongoing tomorrow, so I'll be able to actually get on here and talk to you guys about everything that's going to be going on. So that'll be something good there. But this storm will continue to probably recycle and produce potential tornado, tornado potential here as we go through the next couple of hours. So just be mindful if you're down here in Lubbock. Let's just talk briefly about risk zones here, and then we'll get ready to call stream, because like I said, I've got some things I've got to get done, some things set up for tomorrow, all that stuff, etc. This is the rest of the risk zone for this evening here. Like I said, enhanced risk, slight and marginal. Could see a strong tornado or two again this afternoon. Outside of that, though, there's your new warning.
A new tornado warning has been issued.
That's going to be for the same storm here, I believe. Let me double check here. Should be for the same storm. Maybe. Maybe. There we go. Yeah, Anton, Texas. There we go. Radar indicated tornado warning here for Anton, Texas. Be in your safe places if you guys are in that warning. This is headed towards Lubbock. So like I said, this is on a little bit of a weakening trend. We could see this thing re-intensify. It's definitely in a potential, area where it can do that. Just be mindful, shallow water, New Deal, Lubbock out in front of this warning here. This could be headed towards you guys in the not too distant future. So, as I mentioned, guys, we're going to wrap stream up here in just a minute. Just kind of running over details for the next couple of days. 10% hatch tornado risk for the rest of this evening. 5% and 2% outside of that. Wind threat at 15 and 5, and hail threat at 30, 15, and 5. Large hail, damaging winds. A couple tornadoes will be possible with a brief, strong tornado. Now, I mentioned tomorrow's setup. Tomorrow's setup is going to be very low end. I don't plan on doing severe weather coverage. I'm taking tomorrow off. That way we can get our team ready to go for Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. We are expecting a significant severe weather outbreak, especially on Monday and Tuesday. So there will not be coverage for tomorrow. I might see this getting bigger in terms of the marginal threat. We'll just see what the Storm Prediction Center does. But Eastern New Mexico, Western Texas for tomorrow, 2%, 5%, and 5% hail and wind threat. Jenny Pryor, enough. And then we get into Sunday, guys. Sunday is going to be a lot more interesting. We have a huge marginal risk that extends from the Canada line all the way down here to Texas. So big threat for a conditional severe weather setup here. I'm going to start to analyze and look at models this evening to kind of get an idea on what's going to happen for Sunday. But regardless of that, Jenny Purr. There is a hot spot that we are going to be watching on Sunday afternoon for the chance for an elevated slight risk here. I wouldn't be shocked to see the slight risk get a little bit bigger in terms of the next couple of days, so we'll keep you guys updated on that. And then we do have our big risk zone on Monday and on Tuesday. This is the one that everybody's talking about. We do have the threat for a significant severe weather outbreak from Texas all the way up to Minnesota and Wisconsin and Michigan. And the hot spot that we're really going to be watching for is the Midwest here, Iowa, northern Missouri, western Illinois, southwestern portions of Wisconsin, southeastern portions of Minnesota, eastern Nebraska, eastern portions of Kansas. We are going to be live doing wall-to-wall coverage on this on Monday. I will be very busy keeping you guys updated with this on Monday. All modes of severe weather will be possible, including the threat for strong tornadoes on Monday. So please have a way to get alerts on your phones. Please be weather aware. Monday could be a very significant day. I wouldn't even be shocked to see a moderate risk zone upgrade in the future for this as well. Then on Tuesday, things will shift east here. We'll have the same cold front working its way east. We'll have this extending from basically the state of New York all the way through the Ohio Valley and down into Texas. All modes of severe weather with damaging winds and hail being the main priorities, with a couple of tornadoes possible with this on Tuesday. And then we get into Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and things become a little bit uncertain. But I do think we'll see the potential for some more severe weather somewhere down here in this area, maybe even more back into Texas. So I will do a bigger breakdown on this tomorrow for you guys. I'll have a better video for you guys tomorrow. We'll have the Triple HR model run getting into range here very soon. And then tomorrow night, we will have a very, very big and in-depth live stream update for what's going to be happening with this event on Monday and Tuesday. So we're almost there, guys. We're almost at that point where we can start to talk about Monday a little bit more in depth with the mesoscale features. But yeah, that's what we're going to basically be having for you guys. So just be aware, have notifications on your phones as always. Make sure you guys have notifications for when we go live. If you guys have not subscribed to me on YouTube, and make sure you guys do that. I do appreciate all the love, all the support that you guys have been giving over the last really months to, a couple weeks of the month here. It's been very, very much appreciated. But we'll be doing wall-to-wall coverage on Sunday and on Monday and on Tuesday for you guys. So I am going to wrap up stream. I've got to get off. I've got some things I got to do. Excuse me. I will see you guys tomorrow evening. Be safe, guys. Be weather aware. And I'll see you guys in the next one.